understand this talk was about American culture, and I appreciate things you said. But if you don't mind, I'd like to ask a question about security and defense policy.
Yeah, by the way, this does not have to be related to the guys are good to ask whatever you want. Let her answer that.
So
Go for it.
Okay, so according to the survivors, as well as the Secretary of State at the time, Dean Rusk, in 1967, Israel deliberately bombed the USS Liberty, killing 34 Americans and wounding 191.
Right, no, we're so aware of that. There was a lot of investigations post the USS Liberty incident, and I have no reason to believe those investigations were biased in any way. And they found that Israel's made a mistake. And that's a horrible mistake. And we shouldn't shy away from that fact, but I don't think it was deliberate, and the investigations after that incident don't indicate that it was deliberate.
Was the spying deliberate that they just did a month ago in the White House?
And we will be only answering questions from the microphone, so Jordan's up.
Yeah, I haven't looked into that incident.
Why give them so much foreign aid if they have such a fledgling startup culture that you liken that the United States and Texas? Sounds like we're in a
So for everybody else in the audience that isn't part of this small group here, you need to understand what's happening right now. What you're seeing is a fringe on the right that we do not associate ourselves with.
Here comes that N-word that is pointed out in the introductory video.
What was the N-word? Nick Fuentes? Yeah. Your little leader? Is that the N-word? Nick Fuentes? So that's their leader. That's these guys' leader. Nick Fuentes is a Holocaust denier. That is not something that we associate with in the conservative movement. Here.
Now it's not the N-word I was speaking about.
What are you talking about?
Top left.
Your introductory video. You can stop in it. Hey, I'll be on my way out. But in the introductory video, you're not going to calling people Nazis as a way. Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Crenshaw. On June 8, 1967.
Next question.
Good evening, Mr. Crenshaw.
I'd like to start by thanking you for your service to our country.
We'll have time for a couple more questions.
Excuse me, Representative Crenshaw. Thank you for coming tonight. I wanted to say thank you for your service to our country. In July of this year, you continued a post on Instagram discussing House Resolution Bill 1044 and its potential to stimulate U.S. job growth along with other benefits. You stated that the bill would not double immigration caps from countries from 7 to 15%. However, the bill does remove caps on H-1B tech visas. The primary benefactors to this are Indian Chinese tech workers who have been / are moving to the U.S. for domestic tech jobs. The point of my question is that considering that the future prices for labor will decrease in the U.S. because of the increase of foreign workers, because of bills like HR 1044, and that it was calculated by the U.S. Census Bureau that by 2045, Anglo-Americans will be a minority in their own home country. Not to mention that Pew Research data...
You're not very good at citing the law. You guys know what I mean? So let me just stop there because your facts were just wrong about HR 1044. And you know, I guess in your defense, a lot of people believe the misconceptions about 1044. I got your question. I got your question. Again, you know, you're concerned about white people being a minority, okay? That's nonsense. We're not identity politicians. And this is, the beauty of America is not about the color of your skin, it's about your ideas.
It's your values, right?
Period. So, well, you're also wrong about the legislation that you're talking about. So, the common misconception about HR 1044 was that it increased these visas. It actually does not. What it did is it changed the system we have, which is a quota system. So if you have a skilled worker visa and you want to get a green card, right now, that decision is based on a quota. So if you're coming from a country like India where there's a lot of people applying for it, your wait could be 10, 20 years. If you're coming from a place like Somalia, it'll be like 6 months. So the question is that fair? And we decided it wasn't fair. We decided there should be a first in line basis. So that was the change that 1044 actually encouraged. And you use that to make some kind of terrible statement about future demographic changes. So when people on the alt-right, I think sometimes fall outside of that category and are mad about, anti-whiteness or something, I say that's just not part of my ideology. It's just not. I section that off.
We're mad because Israel, his prime minister said that 9/11 was good for Israel, and Israel also said that 9/11 was beneficial for Israel. So you're super PAC, your PAC supports Israel. That's their main statement, is to support Israel.
Strange. You guys
Sorry, I'm
have so much in common.
Don't call us names, answer the question.
I didn't know I had names.
You did. We answered the question. Discuss our ideas.
Interesting.
Let us ask our question.
Wait, answer the question. You guys here, we're going to be talking right in my